Do you ever get tired of eating barbecue?
SLAB. Tell me about SLAB, Chris.
SLAB barbecue. Chef Burt Bachman used to make this in his backyard, and it's some of the best barbecue here in Los Angeles.
They're telling me this is Texas style?
Texas style, baby.
All right, I can't wait.
How are you?
Good to see you.
Hey, how you doing?
Adrian?
See you. Chris tells me you started out of your backyard making barbecue.
I started my backyard. I went out to my neighbor's backyard, other backyards. One day, my wife calls me and she says, somebody in the middle of the week came, knocked on the door. Okay, you guys have any ribs? Like, you understand? Like, she's at home with my kids. Like, I'm not home. So that's when we knew that was the end of that.
Tell me a little bit about your style of barbecue.
Central Texas barbecue between Austin and Houston region. The Trinity sausage, ribs, brisket. We hope that the smell and the flavors will remind anybody from Texas about home, and anybody who appreciates the barbecue, makes them happy. I wish we were still in the backyard, believe me, but slowly this is becoming kind of like our own backyard. So
Fantastic.
I love it.
it's amazing.
I'm ready to eat.
Yeah.
Ready to eat? Well,
Yeah,
we
let's
still have
eat.
some prep. We have some work to do. I
What?
still have to-
What?
Yeah, I mean, this
I
is
guess we
crazy.
got to work so we can eat.
Yeah, a
All
little
right.
bit, you know.
Hey, whatever it takes to get some of that
Absolutely.
brisket
you know.
in this belly.
So I always say this is our kitchen. It's small but mighty. Here is our smoker where we have a bunch of brisket and pulled pork that's already cooking. And now we're starting to prep the brisket. We'll get trimmed, we'll chill, and then tomorrow morning we'll go in the smoker. And this brisket will be served the following day. Like a 24-hour process. Before they go in the smoker, they get a little brush of diluted mustard, and that really is just to act as an adhesive for the rub. 50-50 salt and pepper. Of course, smoke. We use all oak wood. It'd be great if actually you guys want to try and trim a brisket.
I'll trim a brisket.
When was the last time you trimmed a brisket?
I've never trimmed a brisket,
Never brisket.
but I just
Yeah.
watched him do it.
There's no better time to start than now. One thin cut here, so it'll be easier for you to pop them up. Cut off a thin layer right here, just like that. And you can cut that off as well, along that line. So this part that's thinner,
Yeah.
let's get rid of that. So I would give it a cut just like this. And you know, with your fingers,
Yeah.
you can see the difference, how this
Like
is
this is the
softer,
high point.
And you want to do it without really scalping it.
I'm just glad I'm not eating what he's trimming. Because this is for 2 days from now.
Yeah,
so.
it's from 2 days. No, he's doing great. The next step after this is to give it a rub. Thin layer of mustard. We start seasoning from the bottom, and then we turn it over, and then we season the top, because the top, we cook our briskets fat side up. So here, let me give you a little bit of.
Yeah.
So this gets rubbed all around that. Turn it over, get some on the top on the other side. Slowly season it like this. You would start like this. Yeah, great.
There you go.
On the other side, you want to have a good even distribution. So now this brisket goes into the smoker, where it will slowly contract and push out moisture. But we start with a brisket that's about 14-15 pounds, and up front when we start slicing, we actually end up with about 7 pounds.
So it went from that size to this size.
Wow.
That's what you're talking about, like.
Yeah. So this is the brisket. The point, the flat goes, you cut across, and then the point, you cut along. You have to turn it around and cut it a different way. So we cut down the middle. This is the top muscle, separate. This is a flat, you know, to cut you off. So this is probably one of the best part of the cow. So that was the first slice of the brisket. Then you have second, third, and then when you really want to show off your brisket and to see the quality of it, you go to the third and fourth slice. Everybody has a great first or second slice.
Yeah.
It's the third and fourth slice is where the magic happens. You put it on a piece of bread, some onions, some barbecue sauce, and that's barbecue.
All right. So we just got done watching Burt slice the final brisket. It's that right amount of just like kind of fall off, tender.
Smoky, it's peppery.
I can eat my
it's like-
body weight in brisket. It is really good. And next, I thought it'd be fun if you bring 2 beverages and I bring 2 beverages on what we think is going to go best with barbecue.
Pair's perfect. We're gonna pair it. We're gonna pair barbecue.
Whoa.
Look at that.
So we have a couple of different things that we're going to do here. Adrian brought 2 different beverages. 2017 Kumu River Chardonnay from New Zealand. Chef. Thank you.
To chef for making great brisket, great barbecue,
Thank you so much for coming
great
by.
sandwich.
Yeah, I like it that Adrian brought a white wine because he's always trying to see forced pairings, like maybe these shouldn't go together, but then they do. Let's try the brisket with the Chardonnay. Do you ever get tired of eating barbecue?
I do.
I like the Chardonnay with it. It's not horrible. You know, it has elevated acidity, helps kind of cut through some of that fattiness.
Maybe it's not
The
perfect pairing,
yeah.
but it's a good pairing.
In an effort to kind of mix it up a little bit, I did a cocktail, basically almost like a Lynchburg lemonade. So we have lemonade. Here instead of bourbon, I decided to use rye whiskey. So this is Rittenhouse rye, and it's 100 proof, which I like using in cocktails. We have all this ice and juice, and there's some blackberries here at the bottom and some mint on the top. I like to use a higher proof if you're gonna dilute it down. Give your cocktail a little stir.
It's a good lemonade right there.
You can't even taste the rye whiskey.
You can't.
And surprisingly, I didn't make it too overly alcoholic. This is pretty balanced. I'm pretty happy with it.
I will say the drink alone is amazing. For me, I don't know the pairing.
This is one of Adrian's red wines that he brought.
Yeah, I brought a Beauvignier Barrel Chaser. This is their red wine blend. One of my go-to everyday. Beauvignier is a really good winemaker out of Napa Valley.
You said Napa. We can assume that it's largely Cabernet Sauvignon. How do you think it works with a sandwich?
So this is not my favorite pairing.
He's always honest. I'll give him that.
I'll take it.
Barbecue and the sweetness and the smokiness kind of kill.
They're like in the same zone, right? You're kind of going, where's my punch, right?
And they just,
where's my structure?
Yeah, just kind of they're fighting each other.
This is better on its own.
Yep.
I feel.
I gotta tell you, I've enjoyed each one separately. I love the white. This one that Adrian brought is great. And of course this right here, this amazing signature drink that we
So good.
start carrying here at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can call it Chris's Mint Lemonade.
Call it salmon. Yay!
Salmonade.
Salmonade. There we go. We're gonna call it salmonade. I brought a wine that is, you can see it's a little bit lighter in body as far as the color goes. This is a Terra Neri Etna Rosso. It's a single vineyard, Caldera Sodana. It's a 2016, and it has this like almost Nebbiolo-like tannin structure that really works with fat. Have some pork, and then before you swallow the pork, put the wine on top.
I will again be honest, it is not my favorite pairing. I really enjoyed the Chardonnay with it, and I love your Salmonade.
Right? Unexpected. But nonetheless, we're eating really well. We're drinking well. And we're meeting new friends.
We've had such an amazing time here at SLAB. Bert, thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for the amazing barbecue.
Yeah.
We've been able to try some different wines. We tried a special cocktail drink for this specific sandwich. The red wines that we brought don't work so well, but the Chardonnay does work, and then so does the Salmonade, as we're calling it.
Thank you for letting us get to see like the behind the scenes.
Come to SLAB here on 3rd Street in LA, close to Crescent Heights. Bring a bottle of wine.
Bring a bottle of wine.
And tell us what bottle of wine
that you liked.
Worked well with the barbecue here. The food is amazing, so find that perfect pairing and let us know. Thank you guys for joining us. Please subscribe, like the video, tell us what you think. And Bert, thank you so much for your hospitality.
My pleasure. I'm taking pictures too, so I can show my wife I'm coming home drunk. You know?
I like it. Hey,
Cheers.
cheers. Cheers to that.
Cheers.